Hello everyone, welcome to Dickson's Java 101 tutorial 10. And today I'm going to teach you how to roll a dice and determine when your number will pop up. So let's get started. So it is going to be a recap of a while loop and using Math.random, the random number generator. So I want to show you how you can combine those methods. When you learn a lot of computer methods, it's a very powerful tool where you combine them together and can generate a lot of things and can use your imagination for creativity. So today I'm just gonna create random numbers from 1 to 6. I'm gonna ask a user to enter a number and the computer will tell how many rolls of dice until your number will pop up. So let's get started. So I have to create an import library again. So that's your scanner, import library, and then we create a scanner. Scanner import equal to new scanner system.n. Now I need to create my variables. So first of all, I need to create a variable that the number I'm trying to find. How many times, for example, 3. If I roll a dice, how many times do I have to roll the dice until the 3 pops up? Second variable, the dice variable. So the dice number. So I have to create a variable when my number equal the dice number, the program will end. So that's the second variable. And the third variable will be the counting variable. So this variable is going to count how many times it's going to roll until my number 3 pops up. Okay, so I'm going to create an int my dice number. I'm just going to not initialize it because I'm going to enter the number inside. And I'm going to create the dice number. I want my dice number to equal to the dice number. And here I'm going to have a counting variable. Let's go play counter. And usually when it's a sum or a counting variable, you have to initialize it. So I'm going to initialize it to 0. Awesome. So we have our variable and data types. Now I'm going to ask the user to input a number. So SYSO, please enter your dice number. I usually like to give examples again so we don't want to confuse the user. So a dice has 6 numbers. Just go IE 1 to 6 to show the user that they also have to enter a whole number because our variable is an int. Now we're just going to create the input statement, which is my dice number is equal to input int input dot next int. Now we have to create the random number. So it's just gonna be a recap. The dice number is equal to int because we're upcasting it, and we're just gonna use the math class random, which is a method because I have the opening closing brackets. We want it to be times 6 because we have 6 numbers on the dice, and we want it to plus 1 because we want the number to start from 1 and including 6, not including 0. Awesome. So we have the random number generator here. And then we have to create the while loop, which is the condition. So we said while if my dice number is not equal to the dice number, we want the loop to continue again. So while my dice number is not equal to the dice number, we want it to run again. So we're just gonna go closing while loop. So this is something new I would like to teach you. If you want to know how many times the loop is running, we have to import the play counter variable. So we initialize to 0. We're assuming it starts from 0 because that's our first or initial run. So if we run the while loop one time, we have to put the play counter plus plus. This is called incrementing. So each time it goes into this while loop, it's just gonna increment play counter 1. And the second time will be 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So that's our play counter incrementing. Now we have to randomize and put it back the dice number. So we can just copy all this and put it in here. Because once the number has been generated, we have to tell the computer program put it back into the while loop. Anything that's outside the while loop, the computer does not recognize. Therefore, we have to put the dice number back into the while loop. Now we can make a simple print statement. We can go play counter because we want to print how many times the loop has run. Usually it will just be numbers, so I would just like to add and put in a closing bracket and a dot. So this is just gonna show you, this is just gonna show you like 1 closing bracket dot, 2 closing bracket dot, plus the dice number. This might look weird, but when we run it, it's gonna look cool. So it's be 1 closing dot and your dice number. Awesome. So let's run this and see what it looks like. Oops, there's some errors. Probably put in, so you can see this was underlined. I usually assume I'm missing a closing bracket or added an extra closing bracket. So when I deleted one, there's no errors. Awesome. The program seems to be running. Awesome. Please enter your dice number. So I like the number 3. I'll just put 3 here and enter. You see, when I roll the dice, on my second roll, the 3 pops out. So just try it again. When I run it, hit 3, enter. 2, 5, 4, 3. So on my fourth roll, it's going to be 3. Sometimes you can also use this program for lottery numbers. So I'm just going to change some things. Please enter your lottery number. We're just going to keep all my constant because the principle is going to be the same. So just go maybe IE 1 to 100. So we're just calculating, enter a number from 1 to 100, and we're going to have a probability of 100 as well. So we're just going to change the 6 to 100 and then the 6 to 100 here to match this statement so they have to be the same. So assuming I like the number 8. Because in the Asian culture, 8 is a good number. So out of 100. So when I hit 8, you need to roll 264 times until my lucky 8 pops up. So you can see lottery is high and the probability is slim, but there is still a probability, it's just a very slight chance. So 1 to 100, out of 100 numbers, I have to roll 200 and something times to get my 8. Sometimes you can be lucky, so we'll just try again and run the program. I hit the number 8. Oh, on my third one, my 8 pops up. So it really depends on luck. So on this one again, 228. On my 93rd roll is an 8. So just a recap, make sure you create your counting variable, your number variable, the dice number variable. You want to have your condition if this number does not equal to the number generated number, please roll again. To tell the computer please roll again until the number pops up. Once it's equal to, it will exit the while loop and then the program will stop. So this is a very powerful tool. Now you know how to roll a dice, and now you can also generate the lottery number, and you can use simple math equations to generate the probabilities and a lot of things. So I hope you like this tutorial and give this a try and be creative.